Okay, since the last stream, we made a couple of additions to the starter house, which is when I put this shed in, which I wanted to, as I said in the last video, I want to build more vintage story-like, so I thought, what better way than to have some kind of materials that can be placed on the ground and have a little shed for it. It's not completely finished, as you can see. Half of it's iron fence, and half of it is wattle fence, which is okay, that's okay. But I'm still debating on some things that I need to fix. I want to change the roof, possibly, but for now, it kind of works for what its purposes. We do need to do some sprucing up, but today, mostly what we're going to be trying to do is add a little attachment and then kind of a tower for possibly a windmill here, or just for aesthetics, just for beautifulness. Also, one other thing I did do is I did a little bit of interior design on stream, and voila, look at this. Look at this little forge area, right? Look at these chests. Look at these chests. Look at it. Well, I honestly spent a lot of time chiseling, probably too much time chiseling, and I made a little furnace for crucible things. We could smelt copper and whatnot, anything that we want to smelt in here. We actually have something, we have something in here right now, so let me go ahead and get that taken out. I want to do some prospecting in this episode to try and maybe get 10 bronze. Our copper tools are getting a little, they're just not as good as I would like. I feel like I would feel a lot better using better tools and not just continually wasting copper on these tools, having to smelt ingots, forge them, everything like that. I want something with some more durability. So we are going to possibly do some prospecting. So once I do some of that, which is just going to be, hopefully it goes great. Hopefully I don't just hate my life and claw my eyeballs out. We're going to do a little bit of addition onto it. A little bit, because in the last episode I did say I hate these blank walls, and I want to add a connection here and a bit of an archway so we can have a path going under possibly, and it dips right down in here to our little basement. And then a roof from here to there to kind of shore up some of that blank space there as well. Because that just, good God almighty. Look at all that space. Look at all that space. That is the plan for today. We will see where life takes us. And also, I can put this little shelf right there. Oh man, I love this underground area. It's so beautiful. Nice and compact. I wanted to put this table right here in the middle and be able to slap molds on it, but it wasn't working. Beautiful. Oh, this flax has grown, which is wonderful. We need to get on top of our crop extravaganza that we have going on down there. We need to make a greenhouse. That may be in another episode because I can already tell it's July. Winter is coming. Everybody get your Game of Thrones face on. Winter is coming. And I want to be prepared for when it does come, or it will be brutal. Also, some of my turnips have grown stunted due to it being too hot outside, which is unfortunate. I'm very sad about that. Poor turnips, they just can't handle the heat. Get out of the sun. Also, there was somebody on my last video who commented and said, my starter house looks like, but once you build up something nice, it's so rewarding in this game. I don't know why. And I kind of I thought about that, and it's something that I've thought about in Vintage Story for a while now. It's something that crosses my mind quite a bit, because sometimes I think to myself, why is it so hard for me to make and build certain things? But on the other side of that coin of things being extremely hard to make and progress and acquire, it is super rewarding when you do actually accomplish said thing. And I think that's something that sets Vintage Story apart from a game like Minecraft or a lot of other survival games. Things are so hard to acquire and are so process intensive, but it genuinely just feels so good when you've actually acquired said thing. Like me going from 10 bronze to iron or copper to 10 bronze, I'm like, yes, look at me go. Look how great I am. Look what I can accomplish. And that's one of the things that keeps me coming back to this game repeatedly, is how good I feel after making something or progressing. It's just like, I had to put in work to get to where I was going, and I got rewarded for it, and that's the best kind of feeling. Like, for instance, this prospecting, probably not going to be fun. But once I find some tin or some cassiterite, maybe some... All right, creepy crawly guy down there. Maybe some iron, I'm going to be absolutely over the moon. But for now, I'm going to be not having a fun time. Okay, sorry. I found this copper just hanging out here as I'm going around prospecting. For prospecting, I usually like to find stone that's exposed. That way I don't have to constantly dig down and waste my shovel just to mine some stone. So finding caves is what I really enjoy, but I just found some copper there just hanging out. So far, we haven't had any luck. Ooh, some bismuth. Okay, see, now that's what we like to see. A little bit of very poor bismuth. We haven't had any luck outside of that, though. I found some titanium, some stuff that makes titanium, and that's about it. But that bismuth gives me some hope. Okay, so I've been doing some prospecting, as you can see. I started up here, and I found some decent readings here along the way, but the issue is we need something like bismuth, cassiterite, or something that will get us to 10 bronze, essentially. Or bronze, just get us to bronze. And I found some high bismuth, which is great, and some sphalerite. Man, these words. Which is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. Just, there's one small issue with this area, is there's big, massive mountain range here. I also found some hematite here, which is perfect, because we can almost, if we can just get enough bronze to get a hammer. We have a 10 bronze pickaxe in our inventory currently, so if we can find this iron and get a bronze hammer, we will be all the way to Iron Age, which is great. It's fantastic. Now the next part is doing the fun of digging all the way down and hating my life trying to find this, like, needle in a haystack somewhere. Maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe we'll find it quickly. So, I've just mined this block in front of me, and I got very large amounts of hematite, and I am excited. I mean, I am literally tingling right now. This is probably my favorite. It took me a little bit, but... oh. Oh, the quality is poor, though. That's okay. It's fine. That's fine. So, big hurdle right there. Huge hurdle. Massive hurdle. Imagine it was just one piece. I would be just so destroyed. Okay, so I'll mine all of this out. We do a little mining montage. I don't know how much of this there's going to be, but hopefully a lot. Okay, I'm finding so much iron, it's legitimately concerning, and it's bountiful. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I literally need a new pair of pants. I don't know what's going on. I am getting close to running out of my 10 bronze pickaxe, which I don't think is really an issue, but... I think Jesus. I think that'll be fine. Also, I'm being super efficient by only mining the ore. Only mining the ore with the 10 bronze. And then mine the stone with the copper. Yeesh, look at me, min-max. But there's legitimately just so much. There's so much. I quite literally have amassed 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of bountiful hematite. What is going on? Oh my god, there's still more. There's just like, what? All right, I will now head out of here and we'll go home. A very, very happy individual. Finally, I can have some fresh air. My god, I was down there for so long. Oh my gosh. Okay, off back to yonder I go. Go back to the homeland. Now, the next thing we will need, though, is we'll have to make some sort of 10 bronze. Unless I can just go buy a hammer, which would be awesome. But I don't know that that's going to happen. So we got to re-up. We got to drop some of this fat inventory off and re-up. I'm now home, and I put up all of this beautiful, beautiful iron. But it looks like it's time to start making some changes. Because we are running out of space. I mean, very, very quickly in our little, this literally lasted like one episode. But what I'm thinking is that we can start building we can wait to progress to 10 bronze later, and we can start to build our extra section here. And then on that extra section, I might connect it underground, maybe put a door here and connect it to the other side there, and go about putting more storage space that way, or take these chests away and do a 1x3x1 type deal, move them to where they're facing horizontally? Yes, horizontally, I believe. So we have a good few options, but mainly what I want to get done is build this new little addition, so we have the opportunity to possibly get some height for a windmill. I think that is going to be very cool. I'm planning on doing along the same lines as this build here in terms of style, layer, and contrast. I don't know why. Contrast. I don't know. It's gonna look the same as this building right here. Or similar, at least. But first, I need to get some copper going. I need to make a scythe because we're going to need some more light mud bricks. It's taking my brain forever to think of what we need, though. One of the cool things about having this torch down here, say I didn't have this torch, I just, boop. Oh, it actually kind of gets dark down here. And then, you know, I can just light this bad boy on fire. Okay. I like that. So little boop right there. We'll wait for that to cook. I'm going to make a scythe out of this ingot because honestly, all things considered, dry grass is the most difficult thing out of everything else to obtain. Dry grass is just needed for so much mud brick and it takes so long to acquire. So that is the plan on that deal. Also, I have these couple of chiseled pieces that I had. I originally had the chest sitting right here and then I wanted to put frames on them like this, either side. That was a potential thing that I tried, but it wasn't really working out. So now I just have these half chiseled blocks that I don't know what to do with them. Where do they go? Maybe we can find a spot for them. I just don't know where it'll be, but perhaps we can find some sort of area for them. They almost act as railing a little bit. Say over here, maybe. Oh, no. No, I threw my copper down. How about one right there and one right? No, you can only do it on one. Okay. And I'm too fat to squeeze between. Okay, perfect. But something like that, possibly, but it needs to really be placed on the outside of the block there. That's okay. We'll fix that later. Are you done yet? You're done. Excellent. Let me get my tongs. Take you out of here. Thank you very much. And pour you over into yonder. Oh, let me close this. Now I'll pour it onto this. I love having this little table right here to put my molds on. It's just absolutely crispy. I love it. I love it. I love it for some reason. So once that's done, we'll make a scythe. I did find this scrap club, by the way, in a random dungeon. I don't know what to do with it, but I've got it. I'm so menacing. I don't actually know how much damage it does. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It says attack power negative 2.5 compared to my Copper Falx, which is negative 3.8. So it's pretty tragic, but it does make for a good decorative piece somewhere, like on this wall. You know, just have a little mace right there. There's nothing wrong with that. One of the things, though, I actually want to do, because this takes a little bit of time to waiting on these to cool down, is potentially we could make a water source down here. I'm just trying to think of where we would put it. I'm almost thinking in here. Maybe we take these away. Also, why does the sky, why is everything so pink? Hello? Is this a pink day? What is going on? Like the world is ending. I've never seen everything so pink. Okay. Interesting. I'll place this here and we'll have a similar setup to that, but this right here will be water instead. A little bit of magic right here, a little bit of magic. Now, the one thing is it's gonna look a little bit odd here. I'm thinking we could place a block there. This beam is in the way. That's the issue. So if I chisel it to kind of, I don't think this is good either. This is what happens. You start over chiseling. I mean, what is that? Well, actually, that's not terrible. Okay, how does that look? It's a little different, but that's okay. It is filling our main... I put the bucket in. I tried to put water in there, and then I just put the entire bucket in there. Perfect. Plan succeeded first time. Boom, there we go. Okay, that's what we wanted. Amazing. Amazing what you could do, right? Okay, so it almost looks flush. You're going to notice it. You're going to notice it. That's just the name of the game. But let us see if this now works. These have already cooled down, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But when I grab this and I throw it in there, it'll cool down. Can I grab it through the wall? Perfect, 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 perfect. So still somewhat aesthetic a little bit. Not perfect, but it works. All right, now all that for me to make a scythe. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this portion. So what I'm thinking is bringing a bridge out here and then a fat, kind of, not a fat, more of tower style, square tower style going straight up. We're gonna stick with the squares a little bit here. See how long we make this. I'm not 100% sure just yet. Okay, it looks sturdy here on the bottom. I like that. I like that. A little bit of sturdiness going on there. Okay. I do want to differentiate between the two levels because I want to have two separate levels, not just one. I would think maybe each one should be 3 to 4. It's just going to be 2 levels. I don't know. 3 seems to be a decent... I feel like 3 is good, but I mean, I guess we'll just place 6. Okay, I'll come back when the daub is placed. And the waddle is placed. Daub and waddle. Okay, so the tower isn't looking too shabby right now. Definitely gonna need some detail, but I like the feeling that it feels good. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can describe it. It feels good. There is one slight problem. Oh no, it's fixed. Okay, I thought there was going to be one fence that I hadn't gotten to, but I've gotten to it. Okay, wonderful. But we're gonna need some more waddle and daub for this portion, and then also to kind of do that right there where you place some more daub on it, it gives you a different looking block. That way our house doesn't look so scuffed. But yeah, looking good, actually, looking good. I'm gonna continue to place these support beams around, and that's the plan. So this is what we have so far, which is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like how this is coming along. There might need to be some changes in the roof right there. Like right there, maybe a bit of a peak of some sort with a window, because this whole section that's just all blending in together, one, is throwing me off a little bit. Because before I put the roof on there, I was really liking, I was like, oh yeah, this is going really good. And then when I got the whole roof on this middle section, on this connector piece, I was like, wait a second, something's gone awry here. Something needs to be changed. And it's just the fact that this is all one. So that needs to be changed. And then we need to put a roof on that along with some windows, but that's going to be a little bit harder. I kind of want to focus on this right here, because if I don't, it's going to break my brain. Now, the question is where exactly do we put this roof and how do we execute it? So let's say I want to put an outcropping right here with a wattle fence. That's what, okay, all right. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Say I have a wattle fence there. Working with roofs in this game is very interesting. And by interesting, I mean difficult. Can be, at least sometimes. Like that right there, there is a fix for that, though. Like this thatch roof corner inner. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. This is my first time ever really getting into the roofing, and this could be exciting. We'll see. Okay, so I think that's going to be kind of what I want. Oh, gosh. Okay, maybe not. Okay. That is better. A little different, but better. Now, do I like the placing of... I almost think maybe one more up wouldn't be insane, because it looks like a very small outcropping. We could go... Let's go one more up. I'm down to go one more up. All right, that makes a little outcropping. It's not standing out a whole lot, I feel like. It's not a very big standout, but it will be different. Yay. Okay, so like so. So that's not terrible. I mean, it's there. It is extremely dark, though. See how this looks from afar. Okay, that's a little too far. I mean, it is a lot that's continuing in the same direction, but I think as we go, we could possibly come up with some different changes to make, but that does break it up a little bit. We could almost put another one right here. It almost would be better if we brought this one back down one and then put one up there possibly and see how that looks and a little bit of change of pace, because I wouldn't hate putting one right there. They would be on the same level and then we're kind of still having the same issue. It would possibly look fine, but maybe we'll try that. Maybe I'll put one here, and then if we don't like that, we can bring it back down one and then see how the variation looks. All right, it looks, I did the two on the same level and I didn't love it, but now I've done the one where we've got it one lower and then we've got one higher, and I like it. I think there's still some improvement that can be made, and what I'm thinking is possibly a chimney in the background. Putting a chimney that comes up on the very back here from the shed. Say it crawls up this wall. We'd have to do a little bit of moving around, but it'd feel very cluttered and very sheddy back here, so that's good. Very sheddy. But I do want to put some of these beams like we have going on over there to spice things up just a tad bit. Beams are a little... Oh, no. Those are too short. Those are just a little bit short. It's a teeny weeny bit short. Nothing wrong with that. Beams can be such a pain to get sometimes if you can't find the hit ball. I don't know what happened there, but okay. Oh, so now if I do, see, like I can't get this one. This drives me nuts. Where is this hitbox at? Where are you? Sorry. We can almost maybe just do this. Just continue it. Bam, all the way down. All right, so that looks... I don't understand how this one disappears, though. What is that? The wild vines that I put on the builds, like there and there and there, it brings quite the life to it. And I also plan on doing those pillars. I'm excited to do that. I think that's going to do a lot. It being... there being a lot more space to do it right there. There we go, I can do it. One thing that I really want to do now, though, it's just calling my name, is building a little path under here. I've gotten some of these bushes, and I want to do that as well. And I know the regular thing to kind of do in Vintage Story was something like Stone Paths. They give you a 1.3x boost on walking speed. I really like the kind of distressed, walk through dirt everywhere / stone path look, instead of just having one singular entire stone path that looks perfect going out here, you know? So we are going to mix it up a little bit, and I'm going to put some of these bushes around as well and spruce it up, and we'll see how that looks. My idea is to have the path coming through here and then maybe onto a bridge crossing this area over to back yonder, or maybe it goes down to this little area. We'll see. But as of right now, I'm itching to do this stone path. And if you're interested, there actually is a mod out there called Trails, I believe, and it creates paths as you walk a certain area over time. The more you move over the block, the more of a path it becomes. If you're interested in that, check that out. It is a pretty sick mod. Do you have this wild vine? Where should I put this one? Right there. Look at that. Look at how that just comes out from under that. Beautiful, beautiful work. All right, it's daytime. I wanted to wait till daytime to show everyone this, but my goodness, it is coming together. Got a little path going and bringing a little life. Kind of feels lived in. I did make one slight issue or mistake. I tried to place a beam there, and it didn't work out. So we have another beam problem on our hands. But the hardest part, and I think the finishing touch on this, is going to be adding a roof to the top of this little tower piece. It's gonna be, I have an idea of what I want to do, but it might be difficult because making these kind of, what would you say, A-frame roofs are doable, but the type of roof that I'm gonna make here is a little bit more difficult. Might look a little obtuse. We're gonna try and do it. This thing is bothering me. Hey, you, get down from there. Get down from there, guy. What are you doing up there? It's gonna destroy that one. God, just these beams, dude, these beams. All right, thank you very much. All right, muy better, but it's looking pretty good. I like how it's coming together quite a bit. It's pretty good. I did a little chiseling here, and I want to chisel that all the way through, so I'm gonna do that as well. And I also feel like I'm accomplishing the goal of making things look very Vintage Story-like in a way. Like using the roofing blocks in this game is kind of a challenge, really. Like, I feel like I've been challenged using them. I guess. Like, they are kind of difficult to use in some use cases, because you can't really chisel them, and they're not, like, very they are manipulatable in the sense that you can pick what direction they're facing, but like with a stair block, you can do an upside down stair, you can do a corner stair, stuff like that. But with this, you've got the specific roof block, and all you can do is change the direction of it, and that is basically it. And it looks very specific as well. It has, each block has a very specific look to it, so you have to be very, you don't have a lot of option when it comes to how you want to utilize the one block. It's like it has a specific purpose, and then that's it. So I'm gonna kind of build it up. It's gonna come up a little bit. I'm thinking it's gonna look good. I'm gonna run out, I'm gonna run out of the slanted roofs here, but I've never used these corner pieces, and I do like these. See, like with the slanted thatch roof, you can't place them as corner pieces. They're not gonna automatically connect or something like that, so you got to use a block like this, and you keep on placing it wrong over and over again. Actually done pretty good right here. Okay, very good. Oh, actually, we have, like, the right amount of number of stuff. I made a copper knife and got some tool, by the way. Made my life much, much easier. Now I just need a thatch roof tip, which I thought I had one, like so. Boom. Okay, very good. Worst part about this. Okay, so it kind of looks like we got a... Once again, looks like we got a little bit of a bowl cut going on here, but just trust the process. Trust the process. All right, place that on top of there, and it's gonna look a little bowl cutty. I like how we're describing it. A little bowl cut, a little fringe on the edge. That's fine. Now the next thing that I want to do is put probably these bottoms that I'm using over here along the edges, and then pair that with these wooden beams. Because one of the things that I've noticed about using these bottoms or slanted off roofs is they hang off the side thick, but if you put beams under it, it looks a lot better. And 20. Okay, boom. So we got 20. Wonderful, wonderful. This is just going to come together so nicely. I'm actually very happy with how this is turning out. It looks great. It looks absolutely fantastico. Oh my goodness. I love it. Honestly, I love it. The only thing is I wish I had some better scaffolding. I can't remember. I want to say that Vintage Story has scaffolding of some sort, maybe? I'll just shut my stupid face. Obviously not. All right. Okay. All right. Shut my stupid face. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know why I was thinking that was the case. Dirt it is, though. Oh, good, reliable dirt. Am I right? All right, Jed. Jed, am I always right? I'm always right, Jed. Come on. And even these, I don't know if these blocks that I'm placing down are supposed to be used in this manner, but I am using them in this manner. All right, it's looking a little thick, I would say. That edge piece is looking a little thick. It feels like it doesn't really correlate with the rest of the roofing there, but I'm thinking if we do some beamage, it'll be okay. Also, I am going to try and make sure that I support beam the entire, or like build, or... I'm going to try and make sure that I do all of the walls and not just have the front looking good. Make sure we detail the entire thing. I want to go detail from top to bottom, side to side. Bam. Okay, look at that. Looking good. Looking good. All the way up. Thank you. How does that look? All right, we didn't mess it up this time. Come on. Come on, duck to me. Let's get rid of some of the dirt and give her a nice looky. It looks good. I do like the look. There's just there's an issue here that's not fitting with my brain, that this beam doesn't go all the way down. So do we do that right there and see if that fixes the issue? We've got to, right? If not, then we beam all the way down. We beam it hard. But I think the green peridotite, I just get nervous every time I have to say that word. But I think the green peridotite will fix that issue that we're kind of looking at. Because the issue looks like it's a lack of support and continuity going from top to bottom. Hopefully we can fix that with just this little dealy right here, which is something that I wanted to do anyways, but it looks like it is more apparent. I'm just so short, I can't reach up here. Reach me, please. You can see there that it does fit nice and tight in that corner. What am I saying? Yeah, and even that's a little bit too thick. We want to get it just to where it does, ooh. Also, it is going to be winter soon. We're in August now. Winter's coming. Next month is September, so we need to get, I know we just got the iron and stuff, but we really need to get the food on the go after we complete this build. I wanted this to be the windmill, maybe, but, you know, it's not going to be tall enough. And we can just build it, just to build it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Looks great. All right, so it fits nice and tight in there. A little odd. It almost may be better just to place the beam on the other side, being completely honest with myself. I don't want to be honest with myself, but the beam may be better just because you can't really see that very much. Like, it's not very noticeable. It really blends, especially with the greenery here. What is the beam? We'll put the beam on the opposite side here and then go from there. I wanted that to work, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, you know, and that's okay. Yeah, I think this might be better. I love the idea, but I think that might be better for continuity's sake. Extremely unfortunate because I just used quite a bit of my chisel and everything. Now I've got these long peridotite strands that I'm gonna have in my inventory. What am I gonna do with them? Would you look at that? Not looking too shabby right there. Not looking too shabby. Oh my goodness, we're putting in some work. I absolutely love that it's starting to come together. There's certainly some more detail that will be needed, I imagine, especially the back of the building is probably a little bland, but that's all right. I think it's looking great from the front, at least. For survival's sake, going forward, we're probably going to have to focus on our plants and get a greenhouse going. The only question is where are we going to put that? I'm not sure. There's kind of plenty of spots. We need to get that going because winter is coming. Thinking maybe over there where the vineyard is, clear out some of these trees and make a little area. We definitely need to get some of these trees cleared to decide on some more building spots for things. There are plenty of things to build. Plenty of things to build. But for now, we've got our cozy little, I don't even know what you would call this, cottage, villa, house, starter base. It's looking very, very cozy. Nice and cozy. Still need some interior decor on the inside and need to get over here, and I want to build down and add some more chests down this way. We got a little staircase, and the two are going to be connected in two different pathways, but looking good for, oh, there's some dirt, whoopsies. But there are lots of things to get done, and I am very, very excited to build more stuff. I'm super excited. So hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you. Oh, that was a screenshot, sorry. In the next one.